Welcome to the Pathways to Wholeness podcast. I'm Michael Warmoth, and I thank you for joining us for this next episode of meditative teaching. Please note that these meditations were recorded in a tropical environment with the windows and doors open, so you will hear birds and other sounds in the background. Try not to let them distract you from the words. Okay, let's just settle in, relax, maybe take a few breaths and just listen to the music before the teaching starts. Let us begin by remembering and affirming that there is a deeper truth about this moment than we may be experiencing or remembering in this moment. That there is a universal and absolute truth that is always true, no matter what we are experiencing right now. And that if we will pay attention to the experience of this moment, if we will change our focus to one of being present, then we make ourselves available to knowing that truth. And the peace that comes with that knowing. If that is not our experience right now, then we know that there is an unwillingness of some kind, for some reason, to let go, to surrender our will and our efforts of the moment, and just be with what is. In which case, cultivating that state of acceptance is our priority. That unwillingness is born out of fear of letting go, born out of the idea that we must be in control. We are only safe while we are in control. But we can change our mind. We can look realistically at this moment and decide whether we are actually safe or not. What are the consequences of letting go right now? What is the worst thing that could happen? To move from a state of control and dissociation to a state of surrender and connection requires us to find a way to allow ourselves to relax, to trust, to take the risk of letting go. Can you imagine the feeling of feeling completely at peace in this moment? How would it feel to know that everything is perfect right now? That everything is okay? That there is nothing that we need to worry about, nothing that we need to control, that it is fine for us to simply relax into this moment, to let ourselves drop into the peace that is always just below the surface of our consciousness. Can you imagine how that feels to be perfectly calm, perfectly at peace, breathing easily, relaxed in our body, keenly aware of the experience of this moment, of what is the reality and truth of this moment when experienced in its full depth. This is the purpose of our spiritual practice to bring ourselves into that state, to become completely mindful of this moment, in this moment. When we turn away from all the distractions and noise of our mind and focus on the experience right now, we see how rich this moment is, how filled with beauty and energy. It is something we feel. It's not a thought. It is a feeling, an experience, a perceiving. This state is available to us always. We don't have to earn it or deserve it. We simply need to be willing to surrender to it. But our willingness must come from a deep place. The ego may claim to be willing, but in fact, the ego only exists when we are in a state of control. We have to be patient with ourselves. We have to cultivate that state of acceptance and allowing that allows us to move out of the dissociated state through the fear of letting go and into the present. It is our practice. It is our journey. But what is absolutely critical is that we suspend all judgment, all beliefs about how things should be, all ideas about what should be happening, and just be with ourselves in a state of acceptance as we become more and more conscious of this moment. We will experience fear and resistance. We will notice that there is some stubborn resistance. We can just be with that. And we can remember that there is within us all all that needs to be known. The wisdom and intelligence of the universe is all available to us. Not that we have to do anything. We have to let that intelligence and wisdom work within us. We have to trust in it, surrender to it. They will come to the realization that our efforts are not required to do the right thing or be the right way. In fact, it is time for us to give up all of our effort. Infinite wisdom and intelligence of the one consciousness is always at work in our life. It is possible for us to become consciously aware of that intelligence and wisdom, to consciously know the truth and peace. So let us continue to cultivate that acceptance, to strengthen our willingness to let go, to allow that universal intelligence be revealed. It is within us always. It is the creator of all. It is the one unified consciousness of which we are an inseparable expression. It is within us right now. It is known to us. We can say yes to it. We can choose to give in.
Thank you for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you'd like more information on these meditations and teachings, visit pathwaystosurrender.com. You might be interested in our other podcast, Pathways to Surrender. These are guided meditations designed to support you in letting go of whatever tensions or false ideas you might be holding about how things really are, and reaching a state of peace and surrender. That's Pathways to Surrender. Look for the next episode soon. We're uploading them every couple of days. See you next time.